Right, okay, fan reaction time then. Blackburn 0, Burnley 1. Easy, easy. Get in there. I'll absolutely take that, of course I will. What a win that is. We didn't even play that well. That's the beauty of it. We weren't even that good. It's not like a performance that we put in at Bramall Lane on Boxing Day. We didn't even play that well. I wouldn't say they were the better side or anything. It weren't a case of that because they offered absolutely nothing as well. But in that first half, yeah, I thought we were poor. I thought they weren't good. All they wanted to do was kick 10 bells out of us. And the referee, he was an absolute clown. He was desperate for them to get back into it towards the end, weren't he? Every single little nudge and every single little coming together. Free kick to Blackburn, free kick to Blackburn. He couldn't wait. And I bet he's sat at home now crying because he couldn't get them inbreds back into it. And I tell you what, their tears right now are delicious, aren't they? They are absolutely delicious. I'm going to be dialing on them for the next 2 or 3 months because they have been giving it big bollocks all week on Twitter. You've seen these graphics that are just blatant lies. You've seen these certain accounts just constantly going for it, sharing Turfcast, Burnley Way, Turf Malloy, whatever, Claret's Mad, all of them sharing them, just going, these dingles. Quiet now, aren't they? Quiet now. The only tweets that I'm seeing are the tweets where they're all crying, and it's absolutely fantastic. And you know what? They keep going on about this 35 years. It's what, 14 years, 9 months now? So by the time we play them again, it's going to be at the minimum 15 years, so like 3-4 months. Hopefully, it's going to be 16 years, 3-4 months as well, because we'll go up, probably come back down. But yeah, it's thankfully we've still got this period of dominance over them, because it really is, and it is not the longest, obviously, but the biggest period of dominance that this rivalry has ever seen, and that is a fact. They keep going on about this 35 years. In that 35 years, I think they went about 8 games unbeaten against us. I don't know exactly, I might be wrong. I know it's not as much as what we've done now, but I think we are currently 11 games unbeaten against them. So that is better. Would you rather beat your rivals and then not play them again for 20 years, or would you rather beat them every year? You'd rather beat them every year, wouldn't you? And that's exactly what we have done with these recently. It's been absolutely fantastic. And obviously we went 1-0 up at the Turf as well, but if it weren't for that ridiculous fluke of a goal, it would have been another double this season. But we'll just have to deal with the one win for now. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. What a header by Fleming as well. As it was coming in, I remember thinking, I could see Fleming at the back post, and I remember thinking, Fleming's on this, and if he can get a decent run at it, or he don't get blocked off, then he's going to score. I remember I put my hands on the guy in front of me in anticipation, ready to go mental, and obviously I did. What a ball by Humphreys though. I thought he was poor, if I'm honest. But that ball is what he did against Sheffield United, didn't he? Absolutely fantastic ball for Brownell's goal against Sheffield United. He's done it again today. Absolutely fantastic, real cross. But I tell you what, yeah, let's get into the game. I don't want to give them any credit because I don't think they played well at all. Did Blackburn? I don't. They can't come away from that game. I've seen some of them saying, "Oh, Burnley were rubbish. Burnley were rubbish." They cannot come away from that game and say they deserved anything, because they didn't. They had some half chances in the first half, and to be fair, the first half, I think I don't know on the exact stats, but I felt like we had about 58, 59, 60% possession, somewhere around that area, and we created absolutely nothing. I wouldn't be shocked to see that the XG in that first half was literally 0 by Burnley. We just didn't do anything. We had all the ball, didn't do anything. The problem was we couldn't create moves because, again, they were compact, just like teams always are against us, because they know we struggle against these compact teams. But every single time they'd come near us, they'd kick us, they'd try and disrupt play, not in a fair way, just constantly kicking us and whinging and moaning. And then the referee allowed them to do it. Then as soon as they'd throw themselves to the floor, free kick to Blackburn. That referee was absolutely awful. And you know what? I'm buzzing that we won that match, obviously for obvious reasons. But just the fact that he was desperate to get them back into it. And fantastic. He was awful. A word for CJ Egan-Riley. Fantastic, real Rolls Royce of a defender. I know people don't like that saying because it's a bit of a cliche, but he is fantastic. He'd be a good midfielder. He pings, but probably not. He might not have the energy, to be fair, or the engine, but he pings balls on a sixpence. He is absolutely fantastic. He was just there making interceptions, pinging balls out wide. My man of the match for me, and I know I normally leave that to the full-time show. That is going to be happening tomorrow. Obviously, I'm not going to miss it. I will do it on my own if I have to. I've already had a couple of lads say that they might be able to come, but even if I have to do it on my own, I will. Steve, brilliant again, but Steve just drops 7 out of 10s every week like it's nothing, you know what I mean? So he was good again. Who else played well? Brownhill, I thought he was okay. Struggled to get into the game as much as he has done in some of the games this season, but I thought he was okay. I thought Cullen played well. Cullen, I love him, man, but he probably could have had a yellow card earlier. But again, due to the fact that the referee were absolutely awful, I don't think they can really complain. I've not seen it back, but I've seen some people mourning that we should have had a penalty. Not seen it back. I did shout for a penalty at the time when they came together in the box, but yeah, I'm not sure. And I don't know who it was. Was it Cantwell? It might have been somebody else, but somebody left one in on Sarmiento in like the 3rd or 4th minute, and obviously they've not booked the guy because the referee's thinking it's too early. But if it's a dirty challenge, man, getting booked. Some people saying it should have been a red. Again, I've not seen it back, so I can't really comment on that. But the referee, he nearly ruined that derby. He nearly ruined it because he was just letting them kick 10 bells out of us. And you've got to make an example. It doesn't matter whether it's the 3rd, the 4th or 5th minute. You've got to make an example and say you can't do that. You can't just... What it is, because we are the better team technically, and again I've said this on Blackburn End and Raw Overseas and all this because I've been on their shows this week. Never thought I'd be on a Raw Overseas show, but there we go. And I said to them, look, we are the better team. On paper, we are the better team. So we should be the better team. And they agreed, to be fair, because when we've been in the Prem for so long and had all that money, we should be the better team. That's fine. But that's what these types of teams do when they can't compete with how good you are technically and how much better you are than them. All they can resort to is to try and kick 10 bells out. Yeah, and that's all they did. And Eustace at the end, I've not actually seen the footage. I've just seen everybody talking about it and stuff. But what is he mourning for? Because Parker didn't shake his hand straight away. Get a grip, man. Come on, you're a grown man. You're an adult human being, and you're whinging that somebody didn't shake your hand instantly. If Scott Parker wants to celebrate with Mike Jackson and the subs and then go and shake your hand, that's completely fine. Scott Parker can do that, but get a grip. I appreciate emotions are high, but yeah, let's stop kicking up a bit of a fuss over absolutely nothing. But yeah, fantastic result. Leeds dropped points as well today, getting big shout out to Hull City for that. Hull have done us a couple of favours recently, obviously beating Blackburn at Ewood as well themselves. Everybody's beating Blackburn at Ewood now. And yeah, unfortunately Sheffield United won, but that does mean we are second, 1 point off top. I think it is. But yeah, 1 point off Leeds, aren't we? Anyway, I'll check later. But yeah, real win. We've absolutely got their number, haven't we? They must hate us, and I know they do anyway, but they must absolutely hate playing against us because we just beat them every single time, unless they get a fluky goal, we beat them. But yes, get in there. Blackburn 0, Burnley 1. I am buzzing. Get in.